Welcome to our short power yoga practice. I had nobody show up for my live class, so I'm going to film a short power yoga practice for those of you looking for a little bit more burn in a short amount of time. My name's Ashley, and I'm from Ash's Yoga Studio, ashesyoga.com. Let's get started right on our mat. So you won't need any other props except yourself and the mat. I've got a couple blocks here, but not necessary. So we'll start ourselves in child's pose. It's a very common power yoga position to begin in, sitting back on the heels and extending the arms forward and down. Let the forehead rest towards the ground and take in some deep breaths. We'll start pretty quickly here. So right away, acknowledge that breath, knowing that your breath is your guide for your practice. It will share with you when to back off or when to intensify. Press down actively through the fingertips and start to engage through the back of the body, the shoulders, as you press down and sink a bit deeper onto the heels. Take one more deep breath. In and out through the nose. Let's shift forward to hands and knees. Walk the hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Simple spinal movement, cat and cow pose. Arch the back, look up. Then pulling the belly in, draw the navel to the sternum, tuck the chin. And we'll go back and forth a few times as it allows some flexibility, mobility through this important area of our body. Our core strength, drawing in and creating our movement all throughout our bodies. Bring it back to a neutral position. This is where we're going to get into heat building right away. Tuck the toes under and lift the knees an inch off the floor, pressing into the hands so you create this little round in the upper back just a little bit. Power yoga does not mean we move fast. In fact, we mean we move slow. When you slow down, you get stronger. So as you slow down the breath and slow down the movement, you find strength and power. Now with the knees an inch off the floor, extend one leg straight back. Hold it. 3, 2, 1, switch. Knee stays just off the floor, other leg. 3, 2, 1, hold it. Knees just off the floor, hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To a short down dog, lift the hips, press back. You may need to walk the hands forward a little bit. Pedal the feet out one at a time. From this first down dog, walk the feet forward to the top of the mat, ragdoll pose or forward fold. Grab the elbows, shake out the head, sway side to side. One opportunity to relax. We balance our practice in between with some relaxing stretches and then back to heat building and activity. Release the hands to the ground, bend the knees, and first time we roll ourselves up, engaging core strength as you lift. Good standing tall, we'll come to the top of our mat. Take those hands together. Press them actively. Press down through the toes, the feet, the heels, and see if we can stand taller than we actually are. So I'm 5'7", 5'7" So right now I'm going to pretend I'm 5'8", just 1 inch taller. Take your hands down by your side. Sun salutation A. Reach those arms up. Inhale. Exhale. Open the arms, diving down, hinging at the hips to forward fold. Again, we're taking it slow. Lengthen the back. Full breath in. Draw the shoulders back. Exhale. Plant the hands. Step or hop back to plank pose. Pause. Hold it here. Going to alternate leg lifts, just like we did on our knees, but this time plank pose, press into the hands, find a little round in the upper back so we're not sagging here, we're protracting the shoulders, flat body. Lift one toe, point it back, hold it. Switch it. And bring it back down, feet down, shift forward, pressing into the toes, shoulders over fingertips, hug the elbows to the side of the body, slow chaturanga, elbows scrape the sides of the body, 90-degree bend, press the heart forward, flatten the feet, up dog, hold, again, we're going to take some time, roll the shoulders back, lift through the belly and low back, chest pressing forward. It should feel like you're going to fall forward. Look down, leading with your core strength, your hips. Lift up, pull the belly in, abs in, up and back to downward facing dog. Yes? Awesome. So in this down dog, second one, we find some stillness. Take one more deep breath. Look forward, bend the knees. We'll land in a yogi squat. You can step to the outsides of the hands or hop or do what I call is a floating frog. It's a float. So landing lightly is the important thing. Bend the knees, look forward, prepare. As you exhale, heels to your butt, and we bring it down slow. Or you can take that into simple stepping forward, just a soft step. So again, getting into those hips a bit, press the palms together, lift the heart, hands to the ground, lengthen the legs, heel toe the feet together. Half lift, forward fold, exhale, rising tall, look forward first, open the arms and reach up. Bend into a chair pose, hands to heart, bend the knees, sit back into the heels. Nice and low. You're going to reach forward, getting in, feeling into the quads, lift onto the toes, the balls of the feet, so lift the heels. Okay, we may or may not be ready for this. Let's try it. Hands under shoulders, plant them down, open the knees, look forward, bend the elbows just a skosh, just a little bit. Shift forward, crow pose or crane pose. Lift one foot, maybe two. Step or jump back, landing from plank to chaturanga or straight to chaturanga. And exhale, step or jump. Good. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Let's move on. Take that right leg and lift it high. Slowly take it up behind you, heel rising. Bend that right knee. Don't worry where the breath is in connection with movement, just keep breathing. Lift the left heel, tucking the chin. Draw that knee to your nose, shift forward, shoulders over wrists. Pull it in. Pause. Single leg down dog, take it up. Take the right knee to right elbow, touch it, maybe up on the tricep, and back. Knee to left elbow, and back. Knee to nose, hold it. Look forward, flex the right foot, step between the hands. Stay in this low lunge. Belly and chest on the thigh. Hold here. Open those arms, airplane arms. Gazing forward in front of the right toes. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Working on a tall posture. Even though we're leaning forward, we've got the squeeze in the back. It's going to help the posture. You're rising up. Inhale, reach up. Now pull the lower abs in so you feel the hip flexor of that left leg. Bend the elbows, pull back to a back bend. Reach up. Adding on, reach forward. Back to those airplane arms, sweep back, bend the back knee. We lift off into warrior three. Take off. Left hip rolled inward. All 5 toes point down. Gazing down beyond the tip of the nose. Press down through the right leg. And activate through the fingertips, reaching as much as you can. See if you can get more length out of the arms and the heel of the back foot. Good. Can you bend that right knee a little bit? The base leg. Bend that right knee a little more. Like you're a figure skater, going for balance and strength and power and grace. Bend it a little more and gently step back into a lunge. Reach up. Let's take the hands down to the floor. Step the right foot, so you press into the hands. Lift that right foot, no sound, no scraping the floor. Lift and step it back to a single leg plank pose. So keep that right leg lifted. Pause. We've been here before, but we'll add our vinyasa. Shift forward on the tippy toes. Chaturanga, single leg. Up dog, inhale. Keep the leg lifted. Hips level. Let's downward facing dog. Bend that right knee, this time opening up in the hip. Rotate through the right ankle, little bit of a release. Lift the left heel of that left foot, of course, left heel of left foot. Lift the heel of the left foot. Shifting forward, more into like a plank pose. Take that right foot way behind you, way, way behind. Place it down gentle. Right hand reaches up or back towards the top of the mat. Open up, heart to the sky. Right leg is a strong base leg planted down in the foot. And then unravel, look down, right hand comes down, lift that right leg. Let's step forward once more, bend the knee, shift forward, knee to nose. Step between the hands. This time back heel spins down, rising up for warrior one. Shoulders soft, steady. Again, inhale, reaching back, maybe pressing the palms. Exhale, hands to the floor. Back heel lifts. Right foot steps back to regular plank pose. Shift forward. Chaturanga. Upward dog, lifting the heart, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. How about the other side? Yes? Right away. You can draw the feet together even to create more of a triangle base for a little more stability. Left leg rises behind you, flex that foot. No opening in the hip this time, keep the toes pointed down. Bend the left knee, heel to your sit bone. Right heel lifts off the ground. Knee to nose, draw it forward. Can you kiss your knee? Mwah. Single leg down dog. Knee to left elbow or tricep, touch it. Use those obliques, you've got it. Inhale, single leg down dog. Exhale, opposite elbow, little twist across the body. Single leg down dog. Knee to nose and hold it. Shift forward, wave, press into the fingertips. Shoulders over the wrists. Knee to nose, flex the foot, look forward, step. In between the hands. Nice work. Now lengthen through the back legs, get those hips low. Open those arms. Here we go, this low, strong, flying, not flying, low, strong lunge. Almost flying, getting ready to take off. Activate through the arms, shoulders away from the ears. And try this. Squeeze the front heel and back toes towards one another. How does that feel? Like power, like strength? It should. Good, stay lower a little bit more, get those hips down. Lengthen through the back leg, squeeze the glutes. Okay, rise up, crescent lunge. Stay low in the hips. And hug in that lower belly. Press the palms together, active. And then we'll sweep them down again. Keep breathing strong. Reaching back, shift forward, lean forward, bend the back knee, lift off. Straight legs, both legs. Right toes face down. This is a balance pose, obviously on one leg. So there might be a little shaky and wavy things happening. Press through the left pinky, big toe. Get grounded. Activate through the fingers, reach farther back. Can you lengthen the right heel even farther back, like you're trying to stamp the wall behind you? Bend the left knee a little bit. Bend the left knee a little more. Now we're flying. Bend the left knee even more. Rest your belly on your thigh. Maybe it's not a rest, but get to that point. And a gentle step back. Reach up once. Hands come down to the floor without making sound. Lift the left foot. Step straight back. Single leg plank. Lift through the belly. Press through the hands. Shift forward. Elbows in, lower down. Gazing just beyond the front of the mat. Up dog, floating on the right toes. Left leg's lifted. Downward facing dog, lift
Left leg high. Finally, a little release in that left glute. Bend that knee, open up the hip. External rotation of left leg. Keep equal weight in the hands for now. Rotate the left ankle. Good, right heel lifts up. Shift forward. Left foot goes way behind you. Left hand picks up. A kickstand side plank or wild thing of a sort of a bridge pose. It's a back bend, a little bit of a side bend. Strength and arm balance of sorts as you press into that right hand. Look towards the left hand. And give yourself a smile. You're doing it. Okay, lift that left hand straight up. Place it to the ground. Look to where it goes. Lift the left leg up. Single leg down dog. Again, stepping forward between the hands. Back heel spins down. Rise up for warrior one. And back to the ground as you exhale. Wait, did we? That's all right. Just one little breath. Press into the hands, step back. Regular plank pose. Shift forward. Exhale, lower. Upward dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Take the knees down for a moment. Child's pose. I flipped my palms upwards because it's just a better release for the wrists. So you can choose to do something that feels good for you. Roll yourself up to a seated pose. We're going to conclude this practice. So like I said, it's a short one. Actually, sit on the heels. Instead of just swinging the legs around, we'll do something that involves a little bit more strength and power, as this lesson entails. So hands will come down on the floor next to your knees. Cross the ankles, right? Pull the belly in around the back. Like imagine as much cat pose as you can here. Pressing down, hug everything in, shoulders away from the ears. Press into the ground and lift the knees to chest. Your toes are still going to be down. Can you lift one toe? Maybe two. It's called pendant pose. And then sit back down. It's a quick one. It's hard to hold, I know. Let's switch the crossing of the legs, this time trying to float the legs through. We'll do our best, see what happens. Give it your best shot. Press down, pull the belly in, lift the knees up, maybe the toes up, and bring the legs through. Good job. Give it a nice little shoulder roll. Getting off the wrist for a moment, let's fold forward. Reach up, inhale. Exhale, reach for the front. Towards the toes, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Less of a fold, more of a length forward. Gonna lift back up very slowly. I'm gonna take the hands next to the hips. Actually right next to the hips. Spread the feet out just a little bit. Hands go just in front. So if you were to press down, leaning forward, right? Lean forward, press down, we could lift up. So your hands back here are not able to lift you up. Bring them a bit more forward. Again, abs in, we can press and lift. Even if it's just a little inch off the floor or less. So with the hands here, bend the knees, shift forward into reverse tabletop. And we try this hovering booty 3 times. So we press and lift, look up, and then send your hips, send your backside through the hands and hold. 3, 2, 1, lift. Hold it here, lift that right leg off the ground to the ceiling. And just the left foot, kick it back. Hold that right foot off the ground. 3, 2, 1, lift, switch feet. Left leg up, hips high. Right foot kicks back, keep the hips up. Left leg lifts and hovers. 3, 2, 1, lift up. Place both feet down, lift high, hips up. Again, hips back behind the hands. Try this, hold it. 3, 2, maybe both feet up. 2, 1, and down. Nice job, feet together, knees open. Grab onto those feet, take a deep breath in, and lean forward. Press the elbows to the thighs. It's a hip stretch. This is bound angle pose. And we lift back up. We haven't done lots and lots of hips today, but they definitely have gotten a little tired. So that's your stretch for the hips to open up. Lift the legs. We'll roll it down to the floor. Reach forward, roll down. And when you get there, just a simple hug of the knees, rocking side to side. Take the feet down to the floor. We'll do another heart opener. Press the hands down, feet down in a comfortable place, still hip distance. Lift those hips, squeeze the shoulders together, and look up. I'm gonna not look at you because anytime we're on our shoulders like this with the hips lifted, we don't wanna be turning our heads in this pose and in shoulder stand. It's bad, it can be bad for the neck. All right, lower back down. Let's take a simple twist, hug the knees in. Both legs down to one side, just pick a side as we neutralize the spine. Switch sides, legs up, squeeze them in. Other side. Back to the center. A big leg squeeze, maybe grabbing the feet for happy baby pose. Any last poses on the back that might feel good. A massage of that lower back. And then our simple Shavasana, extend the legs forward. Every workout and work in, every yoga practice should have an end in Shavasana. That's my belief. So it's just a time to transition from what we just did, absorb all of that in recovery, both in mind and body, to allow us to move forward in taking these lessons. So for about a minute or so, just lie down, rest, let go. Release the hands, let the feet fall open and get heavy as you close the eyes and enjoy a simple, short rest. All right, start to wiggle those fingers and toes. If you like to stay here for a little longer, please do. If you'd like to conclude this practice with me, reach your hands long behind you. Bend the knees and roll to your side, a safe way to get back up to a seated pose. Use that top hand to gently press back up into a place where we haven't yet actually been. It's a simple seated pose. Finding somewhere comfortable, sitting taller than you were at the beginning. Reach up, inhale.
Hands connected, draw them to your hearts. Thank you so much for joining me for this short power yoga practice. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you again in a in-person studio class or even online in a Zoom class or a recording. Either way, I'm happy to have you here, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.